General Hillier made, and that was his strong belief that you have to decapitate ISIS, that really a pounding, I think was the kind of language he was using, is needed in Syria in order to make sure that there are not more migrants. So, and under an NDP government, you would pull out of that coalition. So how do you reconcile those two things?
I think it's really important to not just think about who are we fighting against, but it's critical to think about who we are fighting with. And we are fighting with Bashar al-Assad. This refugee crisis started under his reign, long before ISIS. And we are arm in arm with al-Assad right now, and that's really concerning. You also have to think about, what is Canada good at?
We're not aiding and abetting Assad. Is that what you're suggesting, Megan Leslie?
No, but we are, when we're fighting against ISIS, we are fighting with Syria. We are fighting with al-Assad. And when you go back to what it is that we are good at, we are good at humanitarian aid. We are good at coordinating and cooperating. We are good at being generous and saving lives. If you look at what we have contributed to the military offense, it's about $500 million. That's about 3%. My understanding is about 3% of the military effort in total. Think about what that $500 million could be doing on the ground to save lives. So I have great respect.
If there's a bunch of terrorists running around on the ground, I'm not sure why you would pump a bunch of money in there.
I think you can pump a bunch of money in there to save lives, to exactly this refugee crisis that we're talking about. That's what, like I said, is what we're good at. I think we need to be on the ground in a very different way. I have lots of respect for General Hillier, but I think that Canada's role needs to be different.
Michelle Rempel.
Wow. I think that if you asked members of the Canadian Armed Forces who are participating in the mission to contain ISIS what we're good at as a country, it's doing everything that we can to address the issue in the region, and that includes military action. You know, I think General Hillier on this point was spot on. I mean, our mission that is seeking to contain ISIS with military force and our allies are making a huge difference for people that are under siege there. I just find it so disappointing to suggest that Canadians can't be good at that, given our track record throughout generations of standing up against evil like this with military action. Now, I'm not diminishing the importance of a very strong humanitarian aid program, as well as the need to bring refugees to Canada. But to say that we're not good at this, I think it's a little disappointing. It's more than a little disappointing, because we have to address the reality of all three components of this particular crisis, and military response is part of that.
Jane.